plugin, one of the most heard things in DaVinci Resolve community because of its lacking in preset, tool, and functions. There are a lot of them. Some of them are free, some of them are paid, and some of them are just straight up evil by charging you more than the original product they are intended to work on. By the way, these are not one-time packages. It's actually annual subscription. They all are great, to be honest, but only some of them are able to fulfill the true meaning of a plugin. Motion Suite is already one of them, and this new plugin of mine, Effector, will be next. That will ensure you that you can achieve and get what a true plugin has to offer. So let me show you this new plugin of mine. Features. The main attraction is not set of tools that are built in. Surely it has built-in color corrector, grain, stop motion, gradient mapper from Reactor, Halftone, and some super cool useful overlays. Instead, the main attraction is how you use Effector and help you become more creative and get innovative output. So basically, these are some of the use cases of using Effector. In theory, you can achieve an infinite amount of effect using Effector, depending on how creative you are. Now I'm going to showcase how I used Effector to generate these creative different outputs, and also in that process you will also get an idea how to use this plugin and what it's capable of. And a reminder that I didn't use any keyframes in this, so they all are static parameters. So first bring your media from media pool and then go to Effect tab and search Effector. Then drag Effector to the chosen media. So without any ado, first let me walk through to all the parameters in Effector. So first we got two modes, normal mode and null mode. In normal mode, it will take the media as an input for Effector. So the color corrector, grain, stop motion, gradient mapper, halftone, and the overlays will be applied on the media like any normal effect do in DaVinci Resolve. But in null mode, it won't take any media from timeline. Instead, it will take the overlay found in Effector as the input. So all the parameters on all across the menu will be working now under the chosen overlay. So now let's create a simple comic look. So first I'm going to turn on halftone and adjust the parameters according to my desired output. And now I'm going to turn on the color corrector to desaturate my image. And voila, it's done. Gradient glow. So as usual, I'm going to bring my media and apply Effector to that media. Then turn on gradient mapper and our glow base is ready. Now press Alt and make a duplicate on top of it, then set its composite mode to add and turn off gradient mapper. Now select our glow base again and change the parameters in the gradient mapper as you like. Null mode with gradient mapper. So we are going to use null mode for this example. First bring adjustment layer from Effect tab instead of media from media pool, because in null mode we will use inbuilt overlays as an input. In theory you can use any media, but I like to use adjustment clip because it's the same resolution as the project. Then add a Effector to that adjustment layer. Select any overlays, and now it's your turn to be creative and change the look of the overlay in Effector. After you're done with the look, add your media in the timeline and set its composite mode to add. Don't ask me why I'm using fire overlay in a peaceful car footage. Stunning visual with Effector. So in this example, I'm going to show you how you can use only Effector to create some awesome visual, which you can use however you want. For example, you can use it in an animation background or a background for your text. So yeah, all the text animation that you saw in this video are generated by Effector. Its use cases are like infinite. So first add an adjustment layer, then add a vector to that adjustment layer, then set it to null mode and choose any overlay. Now press Alt and duplicate the layer on top of it and set its composite mode to add. Then if I use gradient pepper in our glow base and blur it, then it will create glow, and we can choose the color and the threshold by creating black gradients in the gradient range and also the low high tab in the upper side of the gradient pepper menu. We can also add a changeable hue in the glow base using expression on hue tab of color corrector menu. And again, just play with your imagination to get a creative output. So yeah, that's all the example. But there's another thing that I want to add. All the parameters you find in Effector are super optimized with both. So if you use only one of the feature, it will be as optimized as using a single effect. So no performance is getting sacrificed. I'll be showing next week how to use Effector for transitions with expression and keyframes, as well as how to set Effector styles as a preset. So stay tuned.